Hello, welcome back to the Games Kingdom. Today's video is in conjunction with Mantic Games, who've sent me a couple of sprues of some of their new models for the Empire of Dust army for their Kings of War massed fantasy battle game. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at a few of the models. I've put together a couple of each off the sprue, and then we're going to have a look at the rest of the components on the sprues themselves, just to give you an idea of what you're going to get when you purchase these as either individual boxes when they come out, or you can now get them as the Mega Army box sets. So they've revamped a lot of their models for this army, as is they're going to be doing for a lot of their ranges. And this is the first wave of the new Empire of Dust models that are coming out, and the second wave is coming out next month, that is August 22, and I believe it's sort of the latter part of August when they're going to be sending out to stores and on pre-orders and such things the new things like the Idol of Shobik, some of the chariots, and I think some other models that are coming as part of, as I say, their sort of revamped range for this particular army. So I really like the look of this as an army now with these new models, and a lot of them now coming as all plastic kits, whereas before some of them were a mixture of plastic and resin and plastic and metal. But they've now done things like these skeletons that you're going to be seeing in this short video. They're a complete plastic kit now. So as I say, I've been sent a sort of a set of 10 of these on a couple of sprues, and also 5 of the new cavalry figures. So all I've done at the moment is put together 2 of the horses for that, as you can see here, sort of mounted on this little box. So I thought I would leave the rest of those items so that we can have a look at them on the sprues. So as I say, without sort of further ado, let's have a quick look at some of these. So as I say, as you can see, I've not really sort of glued these down onto the bases. I've just sort of put a piece of blue tack under one of the feet. But as you can see here, there are a lot of detail on these models, and they look exceptional. You've got variant heads. The bodies will only go together in a certain way, so it's best that you try fit those, or dry fit those I should say, before you start to put any glue on, to make sure that you've got the relevant 2 halves sort of matching up. And then we've got some very nice skeletons, which I've put together with these spears, but you do get sort of hand weapons, some swords and axes, and you also get the ability to put them as archers. But I quite like these as the ones with the long spears, and I think these are going to paint up really nicely. So again, there is a lot of detail on these new figures. As I say, they're now all plastic, so we'll just put that to one side. So here we have the sprue that I've taken some of those figures off, and as you can see, again, they are very nicely detailed. They're not too packed out with things that you're not going to need, which you can get on a lot of things, but you can use other sprues and things from other parts of the army, or even other armies in general, to sort of convert these. I've got a box of the new mummies, and in there you get some heads which have got the long flowing sort of manes on the helmets. Now the horses, from what I can see, don't come with any tails, so I might snip a few of those off the spare heads and then stick them on the back as sort of a tail on the horse, although I think they just generally have like a shield put on the back on there. But as I say, there are a lot of sort of conversion possibilities with these new sprues and new kits, and the sort of Mega Army box is jam packed with these. So have a look through. This is the rest of the sprue of the horses, and as you can see, they are again nicely detailed, and then on the back they're just simply a press fit which you can super glue, but as I say, there's only a certain way that these will sort of match up, so do be careful when you're putting these together. It is fairly easy to do, you just snip them off. You can snip off one and then sort of try it with others on the sprue, which is what I did, and then you find the sort of mating other side of that particular horse, and you cut that off, and you can super glue that to each other, and no problems really. And then here we have the other part of that sprue, where you can see I've taken off a couple of the heads. That's the only thing that I've removed from this sprue. So you can see the riders there, you can see all of the shields, you can see those different weapon options that you've sort of got with these as well, because you can, even if you don't want to use the skeleton foot soldiers as archers, you can put the arms of those and make them as horse archers. So as I say, there's a lot of sort of conversion possibilities with these. I'm going to be using them with, again, the sort of charging spears, because I just like the look of that. I might pick up some more of these at some point and have a unit of horse archers as well, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to getting some more bits and pieces for this army. The chariots look really good. The balefire catapult obviously is a must really for any Empire of Dust army, I think. So as I say, there's lots of different options that you can do with this army now, as they're all plastic, so they will easily sort of be usable across the whole range. And obviously you've got the scope now to put a lot more different units into your force, and obviously I know a lot of people will buy these and they'll use them for the Kings of War game, but obviously you can use them for other rule sets as well, things like Oathmark, and maybe one or two sort of little skirmish games if you've got some of these. So they are sort of multi-use, so you can go out and buy these and use them for any game system, but obviously primarily their releases for the Kings of War fantasy battle game. But yeah, I'll be using these for that and for other games as well. But I just like painting and sort of putting these together really. They've been a really nice kit to sit and play about with. Even that didn't take me very long to do these 4 models, probably about 15-20 minutes to do all of that and get them to sort of stand up on the bases and things, where I've super glued the skeletons, but as I say, I've just blue tacked the horses so that I can sort of spray underneath them when I give them the undercoat. And at some point I'll come back when I've finished putting them all together and painted them up as a couple of complete units. I will come back with another short video and show you how I got on, and also show you the unit of mummies that I mentioned earlier. So that's it really, a little short and sweet video. Hopefully there'll be more to come of these as the force builds up, but if you want to check it out, go over to the Mantic website and or go into your local gaming store, because there are a lot in the country now stocking the Mantic ranges, and as I say, they're getting more and more of these and far better kits now, and a rival to any out there on the market really, I think, because of the new quality that they've got on those sprues and the conversion possibilities. So until we come back and show you them as a few finished units with all the paint and the basing on them. Bye for now.